thing off, please? I'm trying to get some work done.
Look, if it's bothering you that much, why don't you just go upstairs in your room and do your homework?
Because I'm tired of studying in my room, and I want to study here. And might I point out, I was here first.
Well, maybe if you hadn't been making out in the car with Vinny when you were supposed to be in study hall, you would have been able to finish up all that work at school.
What?
I saw you.
You did not.
Okay, it was just a figment of my imagination.
That's figment.
No, figment is what makes a light bulb burn.
No, that's filament.
No, that's what you get from a job well done.
That's fulfillment.
No, Blossom, that's what I get from annoying you. Works every time.
Maybe I should be going. Your kids will be home soon.
Carol, you don't have to run from my children.
Not if I leave now. It just seems that whenever I'm around, I do something wrong.
Hi!
Hi.
Hey, how much damage you guys do at the mall?
Well, got myself a dainty little pair of girly shoes.
I don't believe it. Those are just like mine.
Wow, what's next? Mother-daughter dresses? But it's so funny, mother-daughter dresses.
Hey, Blossom, Carol and I thought of something for us all to do this weekend that I know you're gonna love.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad, but I have a lot of chemistry work to do. Chemistry? That's right. Chemistry. Upstairs.
I think it's time I talked to her about her attitude.
I don't mind, really. She'll come round. Just give it time. I was very encouraged by the shoe thing.
She did that on purpose, you know. I must have mentioned what kind of shoes I was going to buy, and she went out and bought them so she could do that cutesy-poo moment. I don't believe it, those are just like mine. Blossom, don't you think you're being just a tad bit paranoid? Right, like those people aren't known for spying. Haven't you ever watched Masterpiece Theater? It's all they do. They skulk. Skulk. That's right, they skulk. It's a nation of skulkers. It's all that fog. It just naturally leads to skulking around. You really can't trust them. What exactly is the deal between your dad and Carol, anyway? There is no deal, Six. She's just his latest, crumpet. Believe me, my father is not about to get involved with someone who has a kid named Kennedy. I mean, there ought to be a law against foreigners naming their kids Kennedy. You don't see any Americans running around naming their kids Queen Elizabeth. Well, you really are in a bad mood, aren't you? I am not in a bad mood. I am in a perfectly fine mood. Well, I think we ought to change the subject. Guess what movie I saw today? How could you see a movie today? We were in school. Wrong. I cut American history class and went and saw The Age of Innocence again. Daniel Day-Lewis is possibly the finest-looking person who's ever lived. I don't know what's come over you. The drinking, the 26-year-old ex-con boyfriend, this pregnancy scare. Blossom, we're teenagers. We're supposed to get into trouble. Trust me, most people would say I'm perfectly normal. Yeah, if you're normal, what am I? Boring. Excuse me? Well, I mean, I don't really mean anything by it, but you're a little boring. You think I'm boring? I'm not boring. I'm daring and impetuous. In a reserved, understated kind of way. Blossom, all I'm saying is that you might have a little more fun in life if you took a few more risks. Risks, it may not have occurred to you, Six, have certain consequences. Exactly. So you weigh the consequences and decide whether or not you want to take the risk. For example, Cutting history class is not a huge risk, especially when you consider that the punishment for it is being suspended. Oh, lots of days at home eating frozen pizzas and watching Donahue. Scary, huh? Six, explain this to me. Why do you have to take the risk at all when you can just see a movie after school, huh? Tell me that, Miss Risky Pants. You ever think about that? Lines are shorter? The lines are shorter. Well, at least you have a good excuse. Boring, huh?
Tom, you're not gonna believe this. A pair of shoes just fell out of a plane.
Yeah, Joe, that happens a lot. What you want to do is you want to try and not walk under the baggage compartment.
I'll keep that in mind. Listen, I need some ethnic advice.
Jewish? Indian? Chinese?
No, I'm not hungry. Listen, anyway. About this ethnic thing.
Wait. Define ethnic.
Okay. Listen, ethnic means whether or not something is right or wrong.
The word is ethics.
No, it's not. It's ethnics.
You're having a bad day, aren't you, buddy? As a matter of fact, I'm not.
The honeymoon's over, huh?
What makes you think that?
Because this morning I heard Shelley screaming the honeymoon's over.
Oh.
Is this some kind of sexual problem?
It had nothing to do with sex.
Then what did she mean when she said we're not doing it until hell freezes over?
We're not doing it meant we're not getting a dog. Because Shelley is really not in the mood for a dog.
See, I thought it was because you were out till 6 o'clock in the morning with all your friends.
It's about the dog, okay?
Okay.
Now, what did you want to know about ethnics?
I think I'm in love with Melanie.
Great. What could be bad about that?
The bad part is this is the first girl that I've respected and cared about so much that I don't want to have sex with her until after we're married.
That's very admirable, Joey. When are you two thinking about getting married?
I was thinking maybe Saturday or Sunday night.
That's pretty quick.
But if she's busy, I'll just keep on respecting her until I can't respect her any longer.
Wow, you really are in love, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what's your big ethnic dilemma?
Well, it's sort of embarrassing. I don't really know how to ask it, you know?
Maybe you could draw an analogy.
No. But, you know, why don't I just give you an example that's, like, really similar? Fine. Okay. Let's say Shelley doesn't let you get this dog that you want, right? Do you think she would mind, and would it be okay if you went over to somebody else's house and played with their dog?
Yes, Joey, I think she would mind. As a matter of fact, I think she'd break all my bones and cut me into itty-bitty little pieces and bury me in the backyard if she caught me playing with someone else's dog.
So you're saying I can't have sex with lots of beautiful women while I'm waiting to marry Melanie?
Ah, the timeless question.
So what's the answer?
The answer is no. Problem is men keep trying to make it yes.
Well, I'll just wait, that's all. I'll just put everything on hold until I can marry Melanie.
Now that is commitment.
Yeah. Listen, man, I hope Shelley lets you get that dog that you want.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because if she doesn't, I don't think you're going to be having sex again until hell freezes over.
Morning, sweetheart.
English muffin?
Blossom, Carol asked you if you'd like an English muffin.
No, thank you.
She'll feel fine when I leave. And I've been struck by a large truck, and I've been cremated, and my ashes scattered at sea and eaten by sharks.
But then you'll be no good to me.
Well, you can't have everything.
Yes, I can. I'm gonna go talk to her. All right, let's just get right to it. Carol is not gonna go away.
What is it, Dad? Do you have some sort of kitchen fetish? I mean, first I find you with Mom, and then this one.
This one? You're way over the line here, Blossom. As a matter of fact, you've obliterated the line.
Oh, really? Well, how do you think I should react when you're rubbing my nose in the fact that you and your girlfriend spent the night together?
Blossom, if I choose to have an overnight guest, it's really my prerogative.
Well, then it's my prerogative not to like it. I mean, Dad, if you can't keep your hands off this woman, why don't you go to a motel instead of doing it here in my house?
Your house? Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to recall the last mortgage payment you made.
Dad, you know what I mean.
I've got a life here, too. I happen to be deeply involved with Carol, and I'm going to continue to see her at my house, at her house, and any place else we choose. And although I'd like it if you liked her, if you don't, you don't. And that's just tough.
Fine. Good, because I don't like her.
Fine. Good. You don't have to like her. You don't have to love her. You don't have to call her Mom.
No danger of that, Dad.
I've waited a long time for this, Blossom. I've done my job. When your mom left, no, I'll make that when my wife left. I raised our 3 kids by myself. And now I want something for me. And more specifically, the thing I want is Carol. So just don't screw it up. Condoms?
Not unless I paid $5.50 for mints. Well, I've got some good news and bad news. Bad news first. I got suspended for 3 days. And the good news? The Nightmare Before Christmas was incredible. You finally got caught, huh? Yeah, but that's not exactly why they suspended me. Why'd they suspend you? I kind of said one little word that set the principal off. What word? You know, the one. The big one. No. Afraid so. 6? Hey, he told me I was just a naive, rebellious teenager cutting class to go see a ridiculous movie. I mean, I can take constructive criticism, okay, but when he started picking on Tim Burton's art, that was it. You actually said to the principal? Well, no. Not really to him. I said it in his presence. You know, I use it in a one-word sentence. It's kind of like saying, darn. Just a little more urban. No, it's not the same as saying darn. Yeah, sure it is. Oh, really? Then darn it, 6. I think you're full of heck.
Hi.
Hi. Listen.
Blossom, I want...
Go ahead. You first.
Okay, here's the thing. I was kind of surprised to find you in possession of...
Condoms.
I know what they're called. I was just trying to ease into it. Look, if and when you do decide to have sex, I would like you to be protected. And I would like to be on another planet. Yeah, it's just hard for a father to accept the fact that his daughter's growing up.
Well, I can understand that. Which is why I spoke to Mom, because it seemed more appropriate. Even though when it comes to Vinny and me, I still believe that nobody's business is nobody's business.
Okay. I'm really happy that you're smart enough and sensible enough to carry condoms. And I'm happy that you talked to your mom about it. That's a good thing.
Thank you.
And what I'm not happy about is with you and Vinny, nobody's business seems to be nobody's business, but with Carol and me, everything seems to be your business.
No, Dad,
Now let me finish. If you're old enough to carry condoms, then you should be mature enough to treat Carol with respect.
I'll try.
Try hard.
You're kidding, that is so cool. What's so cool? Get this. Your dad and Carol are taking Kennedy to go see Elvis Costello and the Brodsky Quartet tonight. You're kidding. My dad got tickets to Elvis Costello and the Brodsky Quartet?
Actually, I got them. Ian gave them to me.
Oh, Ian Brodsky?
Yeah. He and I are old chums.
Darn.
What?
Well, it's just that I'm a big fan of his.
I know. I would have got you a ticket also. But you said you had so much homework.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time.
I'll get you an autograph if I can.
That would be wonderful. Autograph. I'll autograph her. I just bet she and Ian Brodsky are old chums. Blossom, look, everything is gonna work out fine. You'll see. No, Six, it's not gonna work out fine. Well, it won't if you don't get better at hiding your venom. Are you taking her side? There are no sides, okay? If you were really my best friend, you would hate her too. Oh, now that really makes a lot of sense. Hey, I don't have to make sense. I only promised that I would treat her with a little respect. Slut.
I did it.
You did it?
Yes, I did it.
You did it? Was it terrific?
It was unbelievable.
Really unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
It was awful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. I took her home hours ago, man. I had just been driving around the park.
You want to talk about it?
Oh, it was a really pretty park. It was all lit up and everything.
No, I meant about the sex.
Oh, well, that's just it. You know, there's not a lot to talk about.
Hey, give yourself a break, Joe. It's gonna get better.
I don't feel anything like I thought I would, man.
How do you feel?
It's better when I was just thinking about it.
Like Clinton getting elected.
Exactly. Except this is a little bit more serious than that, buddy.
So what happened to waiting until you got married?
Well, I guess I should have told her about that, you know, but before I knew it, she was all over me.
Well, you never discussed it with Melanie?
Well, it's not that easy talking about sex, you know, and one thing just led to another, and before I knew it, the thing I'm waiting my whole life for was just over.
Now, was it her first time, too?
Not unless she's really good at trying new things.
Some people are.
Well, I don't know if I am.
Hey, Joe, give yourself a break.
It's just that I was so disappointed, man. And I think she was, too. I mean, she didn't say a word to me on the ride home.
Maybe she's having second thoughts. Maybe she's afraid you're not going to call her again now. Maybe if you had just asked her why she was so quiet, you wouldn't still be worrying about it.
Well, it's not that easy, Tony. I mean, I can sit here and talk to you about this stuff because you're my brother, but talking to Melanie is something totally different.
You really care about this girl, don't you?
Yeah, man.
Well, then you gotta go talk to her, Joe.
You're right, Tony. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Hi, Shell. You want to talk? I guess not.
Carol.
Hi, I got that autograph for you.
Oh, thanks. You can just, put it anywhere.
Maybe you could give me a little advice, Blossom. I'm having a problem with Kennedy.
Oh?
She doesn't like your dad. She doesn't like having someone new around. I think she feels threatened.
Maybe you should stop seeing him.
No way for us to be friends, huh?
Well, I think friendship is something that happens over time. Look, Carol, here's the thing. I think my dad is a pretty good catch. I mean, I think he's a terrific guy.
So do I.
The kind of guy that a woman with a child might want to latch onto.
Sink her claw, you mean?
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't have to.
Okay, I am somewhat protective of my father. Is that wrong?
Of course not. I just want you to give me a chance here. Don't slam the door before you get to know me. I mean, that's fair, isn't it?
Sure.
Are you saying that to appease me or to get me to go away?
Look, Carol, I don't want anybody moving in here.
Okay, fine. In the meantime, can we at least try to be polite?
No problem. Thank you so much for stopping by.
It was my pleasure.
Oh, no. The pleasure was all mine. Really, feel free to drop by anytime you happen to be near my room.
That's a lovely offer. I'll do that. Just give me a shot, okay?
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Are you serious? We've been talking for 2 hours? I mean, I can't believe we had never really talked like this before. I mean, I had no idea you knew so much about baseball. Yeah, well, okay. I'll talk to you later. Oh, you know what, Melanie? Before we hang up, I actually wanted to talk to you about tonight. Yeah, because I was really concerned about you because you were so quiet on the way home, and I just didn't know if you had a good time or not. Really? Me too. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not sure if I want to have that good a time again until we get to know each other a little bit better. Yeah, because the truth is, I like you without having a good time. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, I think you're pretty incredible. Yeah, but this whole thing is a little bit more complicated than I ever thought it was going to be, you know? Yeah, well, I'm a pretty complex guy. So, who did you see in tennis?